Kylian Mbappe just became the first player in World Cup history to win back-to-back Golden Boots. 10 goals, a tournament record margin over Lionel Messi. And yet, if a completely different player had played fewer minutes on the pitch, the trophy could have gone to somebody else entirely, even with fewer goals scored. That's not a rumour, that's literally written into the official rules. Welcome back. The 2026 World Cup is over, Spain lifted the trophy after beating Argentina in the final, and Mbappe walked away with his second consecutive Golden Boot. But today we're not talking about who won it, we're talking about how the award actually works, because most fans have no idea the Golden Boot has a hidden tiebreaker system that can genuinely decide the winner without a single extra goal being scored.
Here's the basic idea. The Golden Boot goes to the tournament's top goal scorer. Simple enough. Whoever finds the net the most times across the whole competition takes it home. This year, that was Mbappe with 10 goals, 2 clear of Messi's 8. But here's where it gets interesting. What happens when 2 or more players finish level on goals? FIFA doesn't flip a coin. There's an actual tiebreaker system, and it's more complicated than people realise. The first tiebreaker is assists. If 2 players are tied on goals, whoever set up more goals for teammates wins the Golden Boot. It's a small nod to the idea that a true top scorer should also be a complete attacking threat, not just someone finishing chances. But if players are tied on both goals and assists, the tiebreaker becomes something almost nobody expects: minutes played. The player who spent less time on the pitch to score the same number of goals is ranked higher. Think about that for a second. A player coming off the bench for 20 minutes and scoring twice could theoretically rank above a player who started every single match and scored the exact same amount. It rewards efficiency, but it also means squad rotations, substitutions, and even coaching decisions can quietly shape who wins one of football's most prestigious individual awards. This year, it actually mattered. Jude Bellingham finished 3rd in the scoring charts with 7 goals, edging out Erling Haaland for that spot specifically on the assists tiebreaker, since both players were level on goals scored caught.
Here's a fascinating piece of history. No player had ever won the Golden Boot at consecutive World Cups until this tournament. Mbappe first won it in 2022 with 8 goals, and matching that feat in 2026 with an even higher total makes him the first player ever to repeat the achievement. Here's another wild fact. Just Fontaine's record of 13 goals in a single World Cup, set all the way back in 1958, has never been touched, and this year's 10-goal total from Mbappe is still nowhere close, even though it's one of the highest Golden Boot totals of the modern era. And one more interesting detail. Historically, only a handful of tournaments have ever needed more than 8 goals to win the Golden Boot outright. This year, with both Mbappe and Messi crossing that threshold before the final, it became one of the most competitive scoring races in World Cup history. So, why does any of this actually matter beyond trivia? Because it reveals something important about how football measures greatness. Goals matter, obviously, but the Golden Boot's tiebreaker rules quietly reward things that don't always show up on a highlight reel. Efficiency, team creation through assists, and even how a coach chooses to use a player's minutes. It's a reminder that individual awards in a team sport are never quite as simple as most goals wins, even when that's exactly what the trophy appears to represent on the surface. Mbappe's 10 goals made history on their own merit this time, no tiebreaker required. But the very existence of that hidden minutes played rule shows just how carefully FIFA has tried to define what it actually means to be the best finisher on the planet's biggest stage. Sometimes the difference between legendary and forgotten comes down to more than just the ball hitting the net. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit subscribe, because we're covering the biggest storylines and hidden rules of the World Cup all year long. Let me know in the comments who you think was the real best player of this tournament, and I'll see you in the next video.